go. Here comes the diesel rail car number 22. It's coming out of the main demonstration line, so let Flying Scotsman do the running. I mean, honestly, I did not expect Pendennis Castle to have its original church with tender for this. I was not expecting that at all. Even though I much more prefer a college tender over the church with one, it still looks pretty good. It's very accurate since, you know, when Pendennis Castle was first built, he did wear this tender. And see him in this tender now, this makes Pendennis Castle the only operational castle to have its original tender. Beautiful. And I'm just so happy that it's a nice sunny day. I mean, finally, we've got Mr. Blue Sky. Okay, Mr. Blue Sky. This song is copyrighted. I don't know if I should sing it. Okay, that was a bad joke. Okay, look, so I know that a lot of you like the Flying Scotsman, and yes, I do admit the Scotsman is good, but I much more prefer Pendennis Castle over the Flying Scotsman. I know. You can hate me all you want, but you know, that's just my own opinion. I just love the castles more than the A3s. Quite funny, since my OC is an A3. Maybe I should change it. Maybe I should change my OC to a castle. Nah, I'll just keep it as an A3, but like I said, I much more prefer the castles. Jesus Christ! Okay, I don't know where Pendennis Castle is going, but I think he's probably going onto the turntable. That's the only thing that I can predict. I think Pendennis Castle is going to the turntable. But again, I don't know. But he is reversing quite rapidly, actually. I've got to run to catch up to him. Actually, my prediction was wrong. Pendennis Castle's not going to the turntable. He's instead going to, I guess, probably go back to the sheds. Great Western Railway Castle, number 4079, Pendennis Castle. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, never mind. Still at the end. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Finally, like, I've always wanted to see the day where King Edward II, my favorite engine out in Didcot, reason why is because it's BR Blue, well, duh. Finally, I can see King Edward II, the Great Western King class, outside of the engine shed. Finally, I can see King Edward II out of the shed, and it's quite humongous. I thought the castles were big, but like, looking in here, King Edward II is just massive. I mean, like, I don't know if I can try and make I'll try to flip the camera towards me, and then you'll see just how humongous this guy is. I mean, look how massive the Great Western King class number 6023 King Edward II is. I mean, he's colossal. Honestly, I don't know why, but like, the King, you might disagree on me when I say this, but I think British Railways Blue is the best livery for a Great Western King class, in my opinion. I know, but I know you can probably tell I'm a bit of a fan of the British Railways era. Well, I said, what do you think? Do you like King Edward II in blue? Well, I do. I think it looks, it's peak. I just love this. now walking on Didcot Road Centre's turntable. So surreal. Now here is the BR Class 31 Athena. I think that is the name of that Class 31. Let me just see. Let me just make sure. Is that Class 31? Is it? I know, it doesn't say that, but here she is. Here's the BR Class 31, I think, Athena. It's a very beautiful colour. The typical diesel British Railway blue with the yellow front. And here we've got the Great Western 52XX, or 42XX, number 5227. So here's the Great Western Manor, number 7828 Cookham Manor. And here is the Great Western 1338, aka Cardiff Railway number 5. The Great Western Railway King 6023 King Edward II. And here's Great Western Castle number 5051, Drusselwyn Castle, and another castle called the Endless Castle. All three together. Honestly, it's just such a beautiful sight. I mean, do you agree? Like, a beautiful sight of seeing one of the Great Western's biggest steam locomotives side by side. It's such a sight to see. just cannot get over for how gigantic King Edward II is. I mean, the King Class is way bigger than I thought it was, but that's just weird that I only now realize of just how massive this engine is. Like, I've been at Didcot like 4 more times, and I've seen King Edward II loads of times. But now that he's outside, he just looks more bigger. Like, when he's outside, if you know what I mean. I know you may probably think I'm probably hallucinating or I'm probably going crazy, but for me, when the Great Western King, King Edward II, is outside, it looks more massive. It looks ginormous. But like I said, that's just my overall opinion. That's just how I view it. It's just so massive. But you know what? I love it. Oh my god! Look at the steam that Pendennis Castle is releasing. Just see that. Just see how black the castle's smoke was. Oh, that was filthy. I know what. I think, is it probably cleaning out its ash or something? No, that's not what it's doing. I don't know what Pendennis Castle's doing. But I know. So, no, I'm not the expert. Leave me know in the comments below what you think Pendennis Castle was doing. Leave me know in the comments below. Here comes the LNER Gresley A3, number 60103/4472, Flying Scotsman. Right, so let's enter the workshop. Here we got the Great Western 72XX number 7202. And here we got Great Western 53XX number 5322. Just reverse to get a good shot of her. Yeah. So here's number 5322. Oh, what the heck? What are all these? What's with all the names and such? I don't know. Right, it says number 5322. Yeah, I think I can see that she's being repainted to being green. I don't know if it's Great Western green or British Railways green, but whatever. I can also see that she has a collared tender now. Quite interesting. This is the collared tender on the 53XX. I actually can't wait to see this engine after her renovation. And this is the only reason why I came here to see Great Western Railway County number 101 for County of Glamorgan. Oh my god. I'm now witnessing the new build Great Western Hawksworth County. It's just... I don't know if you can tell how I really adore the Hawksworth counties. They're just so handsome. Especially with that long splasher, the boiler, the double chimney. It's just so beautiful. I just cannot wait for County of Glamorgan to be completed. I cannot wait for this engine's completion. And yeah, here is the 72XX number 7. Oh wait, her side rods are now here. Wow, I didn't realize that 7202 side rods were now placed. Oh, I didn't realize that. Number 7202. You and I much more prefer the 52XXs. I still go on there. These are quite long and quite good-looking tank engines. You know, like it's a 282 wheel arrangement, so it's a Mikado tank engine. That's just so good. Oh, I didn't realize that her boiler was still not fitted. Only her smoke box is fitted. Huh. And here we got the Great Western pannier tank number 3650. Which is, I think, undergoing restoration or probably renovations. I don't know if she'll be operational or if she'll be on side display. But anyway.